staying the distance.
The Group 2 Great Voltigeur. Dual Derby winner Lambourn started favourite with Carmers considered the biggest threat.
Penalty, stay true. Could he cause an upset? I know Francesca likes Pride of Arras.
Oh, and Carmers is up in the air for the Skybet Great Voltigeur. And they're off for Anne Racing, Mount Kilimanjaro, just a little bit sleepy from the stalls. Out well is Lambourn, who's gunned to the front, and going with him is Thrice. So the setup immediately apparent. It's Thrice who's going to set the pace, and Lambourn will be ridden forward. Stay True races in third on the outside of Carmers, more conservatively ridden Mount Kilimanjaro, grey jacket, white face, then Pride of Arras. The other white-faced horse is Arabian Force. Mount Kilimanjaro just pops over the path, hurdle style, and now they settle into their rhythm. Thrice it is who cuts out the pace, leading by a length. It's not frenetic. Lambourn sitting in second, a length off the leader. In third place is Carmers on the inside in the purple jacket of Stay True in maroon and blue. Then behind those, Pride of Arras in the pale colours, just ahead of Mount Kilimanjaro and Arabian Force, both of them ridden more quietly as Thrice, just settling into steady fractions, works down the side of the course. Lambourn and Orion Moore being kept off the running rail, clear daylight in front, and he is a horse that settles well, and he's sitting quietly in second at the moment. In third place races Carmers, who is just ahead of Stay True, Mount Kilimanjaro, Pride of Arras, and last of all is Arabian Force. So nearly a 13.5-second furlong round the bend, and Thrice with Lambourn poised to take it up when he desires. Not yet, it would appear. Then Stay True on the outside of Carmers, Mount Kilimanjaro on the inside of Pride of Arras, and last of all is Arabian Force. And now Thrice is just asked to stretch on the turn into the straight. Ryan Moore, as Adele said, just moving through the gears now on Lambourn in second place as the tempo lifts. Stay True comes next. Carmers is also now being ridden along. Pride of Arras, Mount Kilimanjaro and Arabian Force will have to thread their way through traffic. Thrice has done a good job in towing Lambourn into the race, but at this stage stable companion Stay True going every bit as well. Carmers comes next. Mount Kilimanjaro will try and go up the running rail, then Pride of Arras and Arabian Force. Lambourn now having to dig in. Stay True. Mount Kilimanjaro still having to thread the passage on the inside with Pride of Arras and Carmers. Lambourn grinding it out with Stay True. Pride of Arras trying to get his career back on track. He's throwing his cap into the ring. Then Carmers, it is Dower out in front. Stay True's heading Lambourn and Pride of Arras down the outside. Then Carmers and Arabian Force, and it is Pride of Arras for Ross Orion, who has fought his way to the front in the Voltigeur. At the scene of the Dante, it went wrong after that in the derbies. He is back. Close for second, Carmers Arabian Force. Then in fourth place, Stay True. Lambourn only fifth, Mount Kilimanjaro and
Pride of Arras. He caught everyone's eye when he won the Dante back in May, but his subsequent failure in the English and Irish derbies led to the cruelest of cuts. Fortunately for connections, the gelded version of Pride of Arras looks the best. Post-race trainer Rafe Beckett said that he would likely be travelling overseas with the horse. You can hear and see that in a moment. However, I will say there is an article over at Racing Post where Beckett is more specific about travelling to the US and Hong Kong. As for the favourite Lambourn, he definitely wasn't suited by the slow pace and may still be considered a St Ledger or Arc Hope. Stay tuned to Staying the Distance, the Melbourne Cup and Horse Racing Channel.
They then took him home. He's had 52 days off the track, gelded in the meantime, and I did hear Rafe Beckett saying he's done everything right at home. I thought he looked good in the paddock. I think they probably went a fairly decent tempo. He obviously likes York, having won the Dante here, and it looks like his career is firmly back on track.
I think the place suits him really well as well. I mean, you know, these things it's never one specific factor, and it's always layers of it, isn't it? And yeah, he needed gelding, but I think I wasn't happy with the way he moved through the first half mile of the Curragh either, and you know that was perhaps a factor too. But the game was gone as far as him being a stallion, really, and he's now back to where we hoped he would be. It was terrific.
When I've talked to you about this horse before, you've kind of emphasised, you put your head on one side and used to go, you have no idea how hard this horse is to train. It sounded like it was more than just a gelding operation. Is it as simple as that?
No, he has respiratory issues as well. You know, he suffers from them. So I really have to walk the line with him. We don't turn the screw with him at all. We can't turn the screw with him at all. So that makes things more complicated. You know, he hasn't been on the grass. He did 2 bits of work on the all weather before we ran today. I was just looking for him to run well rather than to win. You know, and you know, now he's got to where we want him to be. We'll roll on from here.
Obviously, you can't just run him at York for the rest of his life. Is there a race now in your mind, or does he just go where the Calandagan goes, basically?
Yeah, I suppose. You know, I suppose. I wouldn't be afraid to travel him either, you know.
After the Dante about this horse, the way you spoke about it was with real belief in this horse's ability. There's been obviously a significant change since then. He's had the gelding operation, but he's done there what you've always thought he could do, Rosser. Is that fair?
That's fair, yeah. Do you know what? I'd say maybe Epsom and the Irish Derby just might have got to him a small bit. It took the wise approach to geld him, and it's just got him to drop the bit early. Along with Cardosa, I think rides him out every day, so I think a lot of this has to go down to the lads at home. They've done a wonderful job with him, and it's just good to see him back on a level playing field, and you can see what he can do. And York might be the place for him, but everything just went smoothly. I was behind the bridle the whole way, and yeah, it was lovely.
Did you always retain your belief in him?
I won't lie, it kind of dimmed a small bit. But I suppose form is temporary and class is permanent, and he showed that in the Dante, so we'll see.
Well done.
Will commence again if you try to take our firearms.